Hey everybody, this is Peter, and I figured I've been away for a while from the triple SS VEDA. Where's the camera on this thing? You gotta excuse me on this one. Yeah, it's been a few days doing the triple S VEDA, so I figured instead of answering all the questions, we're going to look at our basement, and basically my man corner. I don't have a cave, I have a corner. But while we're at it, I'm going to show you. But anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you basically the man corner, man cave. So you can sort of see about me, and it'll answer some of the questions that were over the SSVEDA that'll be covered. Things like, what do I drive, what do I do, things about me, will all be covered in this. So stay tuned. So this is if you were to come downstairs into our area. It's kind of hard to see, and I have no zoom function on this, or not that I know of. But anyway, that's the pantry that you walk into. Cabinet I built. Actually, we bought this like 20 years ago. The basement was actually finished back in the mid-90s. We wanted to actually, there was all this space and all this junk. So we figured what we're going to do with all this. So, as an example, this is an old school when TVs were big before flat screens. Actually would accommodate a flat screen of the time. But actually, these two cabinets are actually pushed together because the way it's designed, that these are the two end cabinets on either side, and that top piece is the centerpiece where the TV would sit on, and there was a cross piece that would actually go along the top. So we basically turned it, mushed it into one, put the centerpiece on the top, as you see there, and instant display case for your glasses and such. This is an old area this is for my mother. She uses this area. So when she wants to cool off in the hot summer and see what's what. That's my old TV relegated to the basement here with a still working VCR, or sorry, a DVD player that actually is still working better than my Blu-ray player. So go figure. But we're going to go into the man corner. This is actually basement storage. If I actually had just a quick point too, it's hard to see at this, but this is actually a family tree that my mother did a long time ago. And actually I got them made into, this is a press print called a match print. So if you want to show a customer, what the finished product would look like, this would be what's called a proof before you actually go to final product. So we have three. So we have, this is my dad's side, Krakowiak. So I'm somewhere, I am not sure where I am in this puppy. Hang on a sec, let's bring a obtrusive light in here so we can see where I am. Oh, that's me here. And it goes all the way back to my dad's family. This one is Kampf, which is my grandmother's side on my mother's family. And again, I'm somewhere down here, my cousins, and it goes back 200 to 17 something. So we really don't need Ancestry.com for this. And this one is my grandfather's side. And we do have here, you should be able to make that out, that is my mother's parents. They got married in Cuba when they were trying to get out of Europe in and around the wartime and trying to make their way back. And this is, somebody actually thought that was my dad and my mother, but actually it's when they used to do those back in the 70s, these old sepia prints, dress up in old clothing, Western stuff or whatever. So I dress up like a Mountie. My mother had whatever, some period piece. And my dad used to have a copy of that on his desk. And he'd say, "Hey, I didn't know you were in the Army, Fred." And it's like, Fred was my dad's name. So anyway, and most of this other stuff is military stuff that I've picked up either at a collection. I picked up most of this stuff back in the 90s. So this is just reproduction prints of, it's hard to see because of the reflections of everything. But this is, again, just soldiers milling about. Different forms of soldiers, infantrymen, cavalrymen. These are not functional weapons. These are just white metal models. This is a shotgun that doesn't work. This is a copy of a Winchester. And that is supposed to be a Japanese arquebus, a matchlock black powder type weapon they used to use back in the day. These are a pair of fake kukris that the Gurkhas would use. The broadsword was just something my friend got me as a birthday present. A lot of these things are actually birthday presents and are gifts from other people. That is just a black print that my friend also got me. I'm not sure on the artist. We go into this side though. And like I said, I used to be in the military, and this is actually when we used to work with Army cadets. And we were just playing silly bugger with a Volkswagen Rabbit with a sunroof, and we're pretending we're in a parade, driving around like silly buggers. And this is a made by Canadian Printing Company. It was, I believe it's a bicentennial. That's from 1784 to 1984 for Ontario's, 200th anniversary of being the province. And I believe that's an Australian naval patch. This one I kind of like. My friend got me. There is a place, I don't know if it's still in downtown Toronto or not. And it is, they actually sell, this is an actual 1864 Japanese woodblock print. I believe it went for like $200 or something. I don't think it's going to tell me because that was a birthday present. And this is the three of us silly buggers back when we were in our 40s. This is my friend Brad. That's me. That's my BFF Chris, who's now married for a couple of years. I've known him for like 40. And unfortunately, Mr. Brad has gone MIA, missing in action. We don't know when or where. He just basically ran away and we haven't seen him since. This supposedly is my name in Japanese characters. And along here we have more militaria badges I've picked up. For any Trekkies out there. There's a little thing with an old Heineken poster with Mr. Spock. That Heineken does reach the places that no other beers can reach. Supposedly it will fix floppy Vulcan ears. And I do like pool, even though I have a pool table here. I am not Minnesota Fats. And this is like our Japanese corner here. These are actually two. This one and this one are what's called Norin. They're door covers. Quick note. These two, these are actually two paintings I did, done in black ink. I have a photocopy that was enlarged from a book. And I used that, and these are actually hand-drawn and hand-painted. The left one, though, has not been finished yet. And I'll have to carry on upstairs. There's some Dutch. So it's me again. Apparently I ran out of hard drive space on my camera. I only had like 7 to 8 minutes left. What I might do is maybe one day if I ever use the camera again for filming until I get a proper camera, which will be some time. Maybe next year. I don't know what my budgets or my way things are going lately. But I was actually surprised at the sound quality, which you will see. I am talking about this after the fact. We did cut out at the Dutch Army badges. And I didn't get a chance to show you a picture of a tank firing, which was kind of cool. But that was just a quick peek, more about me, that kind of thing. That was just a spur of the moment. I just want to test out the camera for the video purposes. I might try it again. Probably have to take off my music, because my music is like 3 gigs worth. So, but just to test out, I might try the, I do have another camera, which is this little baby here. This is an old Canon A. So it's a power shot. It does do the job, but it only works at 640p. So I'm not happy with that at all. I wouldn't mind having the Canon that some of these kids seem to be showing off, like Kez and Amy and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I don't have, hundreds and thousands of dollars burning a hole in my pocket right now. Things are very tight. I'm still off work, still waiting for the call back, as I've been saying in earlier videos. So we'll see how things go. I might just take one video just to, even if the camera's going to look crappy, might do a proper man cave, man corner version again. But I just wanted to do that real quick just to get something back out there because I haven't been feeling up to it. Over the weekend, my raspy voice, if you can't tell, this is due to if I sound like Michael Ironside or a really bad, what's his name, Christian Bale in Batman. I sometimes sound like just like him, and it's not because I smoke a lot or I need a throat candy. It's just it's a lot of the pills I take. I get a combination of a stuffy nose, scratchy throat, and upset stomach because pills. They all help for my heart and my diabetes, but they also have these lovely side effects, so I have to deal with them. So anyway, I'm going to put all this together and hope you enjoy, and as always, be seeing you.